wet and gray today, isn't it?
I know, it's been like that for weeks. It's quite baffling. I hate it.
Well, hello, gentlemen. I join you on this fine evening.
Well, that's pretty sudden, but my name's George. I'm from London. This is Bunga. Bunga, where are you from again?
I'm from Nigeria.
All right.
What's your name?
Well, me, the name's Jeremy. Would any of you care for a smoke?
Not for me. I'm a farmer, and it will diminish my output, and I need to produce food for my family and for my tribe.
All right. How about you?
Sure, why not? I work in a factory, so I'm probably going to die when I'm 40 or 35, like a lot of these other folks, so doesn't matter.
Me? I'm a businessman. I don't really have to worry about my physical health. All I gotta worry about is making money.
Well, you must be lucky having a desk job. We got to work hard, laborious jobs, either working in a factory or working in a farm. It wears out on you over the course of a week. And by the way, where are you from?
The United States of America. Wow, I haven't heard much of what's going on there recently. What's happening?
You working folks probably never heard of this concept, but here in America, we got this funny little thing called the Bill of Rights. Its significance implies that it simply awards guaranteed civil rights and liberties to certain individuals, such as freedom of speech, the right to bear arms, and the freedom of religion.
Lad, England passed the same laws like 300 years ago. The only difference is it limits the power of the monarch and it empowers the government more, so they have more say and more representation.
We don't have written laws that, like the Bill of Rights, but culturally we have oral stories that outline the punishments for different crimes, and everyone is treated the same under the law, no matter who you are in society.
Okay.
Apart from your American ignorance, how do you think the Bill of Rights is going to change American society?
Well, on paper, I say that because it really only applies to white guys like me, and not black chappies like you. Anyways, politically, it kind of limits the government's ability on civil liberties and rights, which gives more power to the peoples like you and me. In other words, it kind of protects the people and diminishes the government's power. It allows for, any amount of religious groups, who cares? Doesn't matter what kind, if you're into Jesus or into that Buddhism shit, I don't care. But essentially, it lets you do whatever you want to do without discrimination. I mean, whatever the hell that is.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I'm optimistic that it'll spread all over the world and we'll all get our little machines as the world continues to advance and ethical standards raise. It will set a minimum standard to how people must be treated and what rights and freedoms they have, which means more opportunities to make money.
Ha! That may seem grand, but you have no clue what's going on in England right now. It'll knock your frickin' socks off.
Your freaking socks off?
All right, Mr. Nationalist, what's happening there in England?
It's this new thing people are calling the Industrial Revolution, and it's basically the transformation from more agrarian economies to more industrial economies, which is the shift from things like farming and agriculture to more factories, warehouses, and machinery. And it's said to be more efficient and productive than the old model that the rest of the world is using. And it's actually for that reason that I have my job that I have right now. In England, we're building so many factories, so many warehouses, which is creating so many job opportunities for so many people.
More efficient, more productive. That's nonsense. Land is a gift from God. This revolution of yours is going to be forgotten in a few years.
Nothing. Pish posh. One of the main reasons we're the wealthiest and most powerful country on the planet is because of this new economic system, and nobody else has it. But you know what really gets on my nerves? Those fucking stupid guys say that this is attributed or influenced by this Scott Adam Smith, like the godfather of capitalism, I believe it is, and his stupid book, The Wealth of Nations. Like any Scot or Irish person will ever accomplish anything in this life. That's ridiculous.
All right, settle down. I want to hear more about this industrial revolution you're talking about. Like, what impact do you think it's going to have on, as a whole, in the world?
It's kind of tough to say because this revolution literally began just a couple of years ago, really. So I can only really tell you what I've heard. So I'll do my best to tell you the economic impacts, and also it could also possibly change the political climate of England and maybe the entire world.
You're full of it. You're not an academic. Your predictions are worth nothing.
Come on, Bunga. Let him talk, all right?
Go on, George.
The global economic impact will be pretty substantial and huge. First, there will be a large transition from agrarian economies to manufacturing economies and industrial economies. Like I said, the manufacturing economy is a lot more efficient and productive, which creates an excess of products and services. So, like, it creates a lot more stuff, which makes a lot. So there's a lot more production. A lot of people are buying more, and also, if we consider that, the wealth of countries and businesses should increase as well, and also public and individual wealth will increase as well, which increases the standard of living and overall quality of life, and also could change the demographics as well, because if cities get if the quality of life in cities goes up drastically, then people will want to move out from the no.
Lucas! We're doing something!
However, some experts are saying that it could lead to exploitation. I can't really see why or how, but that's what I've heard, and when I'm even just working. So,
Assuming you're right, which you are not, how will that affect my role in society?
Oh, don't worry about it, pal. We need somebody to grow all the food and get their hands chopped off in the things, in the big machines. It's just gonna be less of you.
What will be the political effects of this revolution? How will it affect your society?
all right. Well, it's kind of tough to say because I'm not a politician. I'm just a factory worker. But I think the political effects will be that countries will be more inclined to invade others and attack and expand territory. There might be a battle between traditionalists and more progressive people, so there may be a conflict there. And this is probably the one that I think is going to happen the most. There's going to be more imperialist tendencies. Us big dogs like England are going to go after those little dogs in Nigeria and go take them over. Take them over.
Have you not been paying attention to what's happening in Africa? European and U.S. imperialism is running rampant.
Huh? What the hell is that supposed to mean?
I don't know the reason why, but for several hundreds of years and for years to come, Europeans have been coming to Africa, taking our territory, and enslaving our people. They treat us as property, they abuse us, they sell us, they don't even think we're human. With that being said, African tribes have been enslaving other Africans for hundreds of years, so this is not only an international issue, but a domestic one as well.
Jesus Christ, I cannot believe we forgot about that. For God's sake.
Okay, I am legally obligated to tell you that I do not support in any way that sort of, specific use of your kind. It is completely unacceptable by God to indoctrinate the children of our youth to hating those like yourself. Now, I will not stop using your kind, but just know that I believe that we are both equal and none is more superior.
That's true, but slavery is more than just an economic system and owning people. It incentivizes people to continue to exploit people as if they aren't human. Look at the south of the U.S., where people are treated as slaves, and the whole economy is based off these people who are treated as less than human.
Agreed.
Well, best be going now. I got business to attend to, and I'd love to stay here all day, but I don't want to be late or anything like that. All right, I'll see you.
Yeah, I got a work shift I best be going to. Good day. See you around.